While the communism was killing millions, it also terrorized those alive. Communism was literally a regime of terror. It regarded humanity as a colony of animals that needed to be managed, and believed that the only way to do that was by terror. Months on end at party congresses. The reason for that was Air was terrified. Stop. He killed a number of delegates who had failed to demonstrate the necessary enthusiasm. The Communist Party organized frequent rallies to protest against so-called traitors and agents. Anyone could get targeted of that campaign. People regarded as exemplary communists could later appear pictured in the columns of Pravda like savage. Everyone terrified the same thing happened to them. Fool of the reign of terror, executions. Thousands of people were publicly Stalin's. Communism's reign of terror also was a heavy blow to the arts. Pre-communist Russian society had enjoyed a rich culture of painters and composers. Yet with the advent of communism, ugliness and cruelty dominate. The new style known as socialist realism and locked within narrow, lifeless constraints. Result of the materialist philosophy that constitutes its worldview. Materialism sees as simply a collection of matter, and is a simplistic belief that seeks to reduce everything to the same matter. The application of this to art ended in a complete fiasco, as it did in all other spheres. True art is an expression of wonder at the aesthetic and other delights given to man by God. In order for art to develop, it is necessary for that yearning in the soul that comes from creation to be freely expressed. In communist dictatorships, however, that atmosphere of freedom was completely eliminated, and art died as people came on. Came in the field of science. During Stalin, all in the country signed oaths of loyalty to dialectical materialism, twisted to agree with materialist dogma. Theory of evolution, the special those dogmas fiercely defended Stalin. The devotion went right back to Stalin had been brought up in a religious household, been religiously educated in a church school. Yet just as he was preparing to become a priest, Darwin's Origin of Species, and his life suddenly changed. Stalin was easily deceived by the superficial claims of Darwinism and promptly joined the ranks of the Bolsheviks. The revolution again formed Stalin's most important years later. He was especially keen that the theory should be taught in Soviet schools, and declared the intention behind that. There are three things that we do to disabuse the minds of our seminary students. We had to teach them the age of the earth, the geologic origin, and Darwin's teachings. One of the most striking indications of Stalin's dogmatic attachment to the theory of evolution is the Lysenko affair. Trophin an interesting idea. He regarded Mendelian genetics accepted by the scientific community since the early 20th century and supported instead the idea that living things evolve and acquire their characteristics from the environment, originally Darwin. Impressed by Lysenko's nonsense and made him president. Saw the preparation of an agricultural program in the light of Lysenko's idea of evolution, imposed on villages by party officials. Lysenko believed that if seeds to be sown were cold water, they would evolve according to their chilly environment. To that idea, tons of seeds were kept in cold water and then sown in the steppes of Siberia. They were all ruined, of course. Lysenko's theory dragged Soviet agriculture back by decades. Yet Stalin continued Lysenko up until Stalin was so attached to Lysenko's theory of evolution that he had no hesitation over having those scientists who rejected it killed. One of these was the world-renowned Russian geneticist Nikolai Ivanovich Vavilov. Vavilov died night by order of Stalin. He was photographed like a criminal and sent to the labor camps on the ground of Soviet agriculture. He died in one of those camps in 1943. Other Russian scientists who believed in Mendelian genetics, such by members of the Secret Service in the middle of the night, were executed. Stalin, who carried out all this savagery in the name of materialist philosophy and communism, died in 1953. A KGB report revealed in 19 million people killed during his reign. Stalin's cold and arrogant features were a reflection of the dark world of communism itself. God describes the position of such cruel rulers in the Quran. Whenever he holds the upper hand, He goes about the earth corrupting it, destroying people's crops and breeding stock. God does not love corruption. To have fear for God, he is seized by pride which drives him to